Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Today is a beautiful day to dive deep into the latest Port Charles drama. We are always analyzing the shifting tides of our favorite soap, and today we have some massive casting news to unpack that is going to completely shake up the canvas. Let's get right into the thick of it. Okay, so I've been thinking about this, and it is just really bugging me. Like, I cannot stop turning this over in my head. The news just dropped that Kate Mansi is officially out at General Hospital. She quit. Well, I mean, not exactly quit. Like stormed off set in a rage, but she decided not to renew her contract, which is basically the same thing when you get right down to it. Or maybe not, I don't know. But she's leaving the role of Christina Corinthos, and my brain is just going in a million different directions trying to figure out what this actually means for the show and the storylines. Actually, wait, let me back up. First, I should mention the specifics because it kind of informs how this whole thing is going to play out. So, the Soap Chef Soap Dish newsletters where she made the announcement, she said the decision to not renew her 3-year contract was entirely her own. Which, okay, let's do the math. 3 years. She joined in May 2023 as the Christina recast. So May 2026 makes perfect sense for the contract being up. It's just standard soap logistics. But the reason she's leaving is travel. Her husband, Matt Magini's, who is a producer, is currently working on a television series that is shooting overseas, so she wants to go be with him. Which is sweet. It's really nice for her personal life, but for the show, it's a logistical nightmare. Like, how do you just write out Christina right now? What was I saying? Oh, right, the storylines. Here's what's bugging me the most. Tuesday, May 26th. General Hospital spoilers indicate that Christina will get some major news on this exact date. Is this the beginning of Sunny's exit storyline? It has to be right, but what is the news? Does she get a job offer overseas? Does she find out something terrible about Sunny? Wait. If she finds out something terrible about Sunny, that's not exactly new. She knows her dad is a mob boss, but maybe it's something worse. Like maybe it has to do with Jason Morgan's absence or Jen Sidwell. Probably doesn't matter, but I know she was just talking to Ethan Lovett about getting him a job with Sunny. Okay, I know I just said the opposite, but hear me out. What if Ethan is the key to her exit? Ethan Lovett just came back to Port Charles for the first time in years. He reunited with Lulu at Pier 55. And then he was at Sunny's house and Christina was there and there were totally sparks flying. Like you could see it. She literally asked him if he wanted a job with her dad. But Ethan is secretly, well not secretly, he told Lulu he's hunting Jen Sidwell. Because Sidwell nearly caused Holly Sutton's grim fate. So Ethan wants revenge, and Sunny wants to hold back on Sidwell, so Ethan is impatient. If Christina gets caught in the crossfire of Ethan trying to take down Sidwell, maybe she gets hurt. Or maybe she runs away with Ethan. But wait, Ethan just got here. He's not leaving yet, so she can't leave with him. It's weird, like really weird. The whole thing is just weird. Why set up a romance if she's leaving? Actually, no, first I should mention Alexis. Alexis Davis is already losing her mind right now. Rick Lansing just delivered the bad news to her that Danny Morgan, her grandson, is trying to align himself with Sunny's mob and is fixated on Jen Sidwell. Alexis is alarmed. She's terrified for Danny. And there are all these real-life rumors that Nancy Lee Grahn is moving to Canada to escape the political climate. I'm right. She posted about it on Instagram. So if Alexis leaves and Christina leaves, what happens to the Davis girls? Molly is the only one left, and she's busy with Cody Bell, who is being super overprotective about her endometriosis recovery. Anyway, the point is, wait, what was the point? Oh, the family dynamic. If Christina leaves, it leaves a massive hole in that family. She is the glue, or at least the dramatic center of the Davis women. Frank Valentini, the executive producer, chimed in and said the show supports Maura West's decision and the door is always open. But the crazy part is it sounds like Christina will just leave the storylines with no recast in sight. No recast after Lexi Ainsworth played her on and off since 2009, and then Kate Mansi took over. In May 2023, they are just going to leave the character in limbo. Why are they resting the character? Or maybe they just can't find someone who can capture that specific Christina energy right now. I mean, Kate Mansi brought a really different vibe to the role. More grounded, maybe a little more anxious. I don't know. Lexi was amazing. We watched her grow up through the Kiefer abuse storyline and the dawn of day cult. Taking over a role like that is a trap, But Maura West did it, and now she's just gone. And here's the logistical thing that is driving me completely crazy. Maura West already wrapped up filming in April. April. So she's been done for weeks. Fans can expect to see her on canvas until about June. So we have what? A few weeks of episodes left with her. If she wrapped in April, they knew this was coming. They had time to write a proper exit. But how do you write a proper exit for a legacy character in just a few weeks of script lead time? Maybe that's why the May 26th news is going to be so sudden. Has to be a sudden catalyst, like a phone call. Hello, Christina, you need to move to Europe immediately to run a foundation. It's always a foundation, isn't it? Or maybe she goes to work for ELQ International. No, she's not a Quartermain. Let's think about the mob vacuum right now. Jason Morgan's fate is uncertain. His absence is causing immense stress for Britt Westbourne, who, by the way, just had a complete meltdown at Lucas Jones and went on the run with Rocco Falconry. Like Britt is losing it over the cold fusion project and her Huntington's disease. She literally shoved Elizabeth Baldwin in a closet and smashed her phone to escape with Rocco. And with Jason gone, Sonny has a huge void. Ethan Lovett literally just asked Sonny for a mob job to fill Jason's void. And Danny Morgan is trying to fill that void, too. Danny is fixating on Jen Sidwell. So the mob is in chaos. And Christina is Sonny's daughter. She always gets pulled into the mob chaos. What if her major news on May 26th is that she's being targeted by Sidwell? Wait, no. Sidwell is fixated on Sonny because he thinks Sonny killed his son, Marco Rios. But actually, Sidwell killed Henry Dalton and Pascal covered it up, which Britt just told Sonny over the phone before she smashed it. So, Sidwell is dangerous. What if Sidwell threatens Christina and Sonny forces her to leave town for her own safety? That would explain a sudden no-recast exit. Yes, or maybe not, I don't know. Let's look at the timeline for Tuesday, May 26th. Lulu is blaming herself for Rocco running away with Britt. Dante is teaming up with her to find them. Alexis is telling Ava Jerome they are going to a Manhattan gallery to investigate a Japanese artist linked to Delilah Wilson. Lucas is mourning Marco Rios with Carly at Bobby's. Jen Sidwell is determined to find Marco's killer. Sonny is mulling over Britt's info about Pascal and Sidwell. And amidst all of this, Christina gets major news. It's so buried in the chaos like Port Charles is. Literally exploding right now. Ross Coulomb is wandering around GH taunting Jack Brennan. Nina just decided not to give Brennan another paralytic dose because he started talking. Willow is having a public meltdown threatening Jax and Britt and at Crimson. Michael is trying to set Willow up to cheat with Harrison Chase using a pie named Delane. Curtis just destroyed Isaiah Gannon's hand in a fight. There's so much going on. How does Christina's exit even fit into this? I mean, it's weird. Like really? Weird? Snorts, the whole thing is just weird. You have a canvas that is overflowing with plot. Jocelyn is being held captive by Cassius Mason, who is pretending to be Nathan West. Like, what even is that? Cassius just delivered a plea maybe to Lulu asking for another chance. And Jocelyn is brainstorming creative ways to escape. So Jocelyn is off the canvas in a secret room. If Christina leaves, that's another young female character gone from the main action. Who is left? Trina is caught in the middle of Curtis and Portia's drama. Brooklyn is panicking over a secret about a car crash and trying to adopt Phoebe. The demographics of the show are shifting so fast. She said her time on General Hospital was meaningful and an unforgettable ride, and that it feels like the right time for both Christina and me to step into new adventures. That's such a PR statement, right? But also, she said it was a difficult choice. So she didn't hate it. She just has this husband Matt McGinnis shooting a TV series overseas, and she wants to focus on new endeavors she's working on. What are the new endeavors? Directing, producing, another soap? No, she wouldn't leave a soap for another soap if she wants to travel overseas. Probably doesn't matter, but I noticed she didn't mention acting specifically for her new endeavors, just new adventures. Maybe she's starting a lifestyle brand or podcast. Everyone has a podcast. Actually, wait, let me back up. I want to talk about her dual history again. When she played Abigail Devereaux Dimra from 2011 to 2016, and then in 2018 to 2020, she had this incredible ability to play vulnerability mixed with this fierce underlying strength. She won 2 Daytime Emmy Awards in the Outstanding Supporting Actress category for that. She brought that exact energy to Christina, too. Christina used to be a bit more reactive. Kate Mancy's Christina felt a bit more proactive. She felt like someone who was trying to figure her life out but had a core of steel. So for her to just leave, storylines feels wrong. It feels like a disservice to the work Monty put into the character over the last year, May 2023 to June 2026. That's a solid 3 years of character development just evaporating. I think it was episode 12 or 13, somewhere around there, where she had that amazing scene with Sonny, where she just laid it all out for him. I can't remember the exact dialogue, but my brain is jumping between that scene and the one where she first met the new recast of Molly. It's a lot, too. Process. Let's go back to Ethan. I can't let this go. Ethan Lovett returns for the first time in years. GH spoilers said Christina would get quite the blast from the past and feel an attraction pulling her toward him. And Ethan might be inclined to reciprocate now that she's older and wiser. So they literally just set up a potential romance. Sparks are flying. Why set up a romance if the actress wrapped filming in April? Did the writers not know she wasn't renewing her contract? Usually contract. Negotiations happen months in advance, so they must have known. So why tease Ethan and Christina? Is it a red herring, or does Ethan break her heart and that's why she leaves? Like maybe she finds out Ethan is just using her to get close to Sonny's mob operation so he can take down Sidwell. Rick Lansing is already super suspicious of Ethan. Rick told Sonny, how do we know he wasn't sent to infiltrate your organization? Rick is always paranoid, but he's usually right about these things. If Ethan betrays Christina's trust, maybe she just gets so fed up with the mob and the lies that she packs her bags and leaves Port Charles. That would actually be a really good exit. But then again, that doesn't explain why she would leave her mom Alexis. Alexis is a mess right now.